53 minutes before Khaleel Wheeler-Weaver would take 20-year-old Sarah Butler's life, she texted him, "You're not a serial killer, right?" Sadly, he was. She would be his fourth victim.
This is in the matter of State versus Khaleel Wheeler-Weaver, indictment number 17-2-547. As to count 1, charging the defendant with the murder of Robin West, what is your verdict?
Khaleel Wheeler-Weaver, a 20-year-old student at Essex County College who worked as a security guard at a grocery store and was calm and well-mannered, killed 3 women in only 84 days in 2016. There would have been a 4th victim if she hadn't escaped.
What injuries do you what injuries do you have?
Look at my face and the duct tape.
For the what?
For the duct tape, my face.
When did he duct tape you?
Huh?
In the car?
In the car.
So you let him duct tape you, or what happened? I just need to know.
He put the handcuffs on me first. He choked me out, and after he choked me with one hand.
Wheeler-Weaver planned his killings
look at Buddy's face though, man. Buddy got a face of a baby face nigga, man. But you know, Buddy look innocent, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Buddy look like a gentleman, man. You know, a young man that you would never expect, you know what I'm saying, to do something like that, honestly, man. But, you know, Buddy already done murked off 3 women already, you know what I'm saying? And this was going to be his 4th one, man. But that's crazy, man. Y'all ladies be careful out here, man.
Meticulously, choosing victims he believed no one would miss if they were gone. However, he underestimated the love the victims' families had for them, and this would be his downfall. This case takes us to Orange, New Jersey. Khaleel Wheeler-Weaver was raised in the affluent Orange, New Jersey suburb of Seven Oaks. His stepfather is a detective in the nearby community of East Orange, and his uncle is a retired police officer from the Newark Police Department.
Buddy grew up all around law enforcement, basically, man. You know what they say, man, these preacher kids, man, a lot of time they say those be the worst one, but Buddy's father was in law enforcement, his uncle was in law enforcement. It's crazy, man, you know. The devil is out here, guys.
As a student of the Orange High School class of 2014, he had few friends, was not involved in extracurricular activities, did not date, and was described as nerdy. Wheeler-Weaver worked as a security guard for Sterling Securities at the time of his crimes and had aspirations of becoming a police officer. 19-year-old Robin West was Wheeler-Weaver's first victim. West was a kind young lady who, regrettably, had always been troubled in some manner, according to friends and relatives. When she was a baby, her parents divorced, and she didn't reconcile with her father until she was a teenager. She found school to be challenging in every way. She struggled in class to focus and simply couldn't seem to grasp mathematics or reading. She hopped between alternative schools and mental hospitals as she grew older because she couldn't seem to settle down. Despite never receiving an official diagnosis, West's parents were aware of her mood swings and emotional difficulties and feared that their daughter could be suffering from a mental disorder. She had relocated from Philadelphia to New Jersey, and her main source of income was sex work. She met Wheeler-Weaver through a close friend that was like a sister to her. After gaining her trust, he sexually assaulted and killed her on August 31, 2016. Robin's family was unable to contact her after several days. They became frantic. Authorities had received a report of a fire at an abandoned property in Orange, New Jersey. They discovered the 19-year-old severely charred body inside. It took close to 2 weeks to identify her. After the death of Robin West, Wheeler-Weaver was questioned by police, but nothing came of it. Wheeler-Weaver said that he had taken West out to lunch on the day that she passed away and then dropped her off at a separate residence that was located 2 blocks away from where she was discovered. Everyone who knew Wheeler-Weaver praised him for being composed, laid back, and courteous. Therefore, he was able to.
Those are the one guys, man. Looks could be deceiving, man. You know, look at Buddy, man. Buddy don't look like a guy he don't look like a killer. Honestly, man, I'm a man of God. I'm a church man. I'm a father. I'm a husband. You know what I'm saying? Buddy looked like a gentleman. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? From the looks of things, man, Buddy looked like a gentleman, man. You know, but it's crazy out here, man. Y'all ladies be careful out here, man. And, you know, his upbringing, man, the man was all around law enforcement. You would expect that, you know what I'm saying, that his life didn't turn out the way it did, man. But it's crazy, man.
To wiggle his way out of being caught. Joanne Brown was Wheeler-Weaver's next victim. When 33-year-old Joanne Brown vanished, detectives were still trying to solve the mystery surrounding West's death. There were already some unsettling parallels between West and Brown. Brown was homeless when she was last seen. She had been battling mental health problems. She had last been seen getting into Wheeler-Weaver's vehicle sometime in October, according to witnesses. 2 months later, she was discovered by a construction team in an abandoned house with her mouth and nose taped shut. There was a jacket that was still knotted around her neck when she was discovered. The same jacket had been used to strangle her to death. Wheeler-Weaver was questioned once again, and once again, he was able to convince authorities that he was not involved. Wheeler-Weaver's next victim was Tiffany Taylor. She marked the beginning of Wheeler-Weaver's demise. She was his lone survivor and would provide a unique glimpse into Khaleel Wheeler-Weaver's methodical, dark and evil mind. One of Taylor's closest friends introduced her to Wheeler-Weaver. He seemed to be fond of Taylor. He confessed to having feelings for her. Every 2 to 3 days, he would give her a phone call or text message in an effort to persuade her to see him. Later, Taylor now believes that he only did all of this to gain her trust. Taylor said that one evening Wheeler-Weaver texted her while she was driving her friend's vehicle. He requested to join her when she said she was going to pick up something for her friend. Since she met him through her best friend and had been corresponding with him for days. He had been pleasant, courteous, flattering, and just like any other guy, so she felt somewhat comfortable with him. She picked up Wheeler-Weaver, and at some point he urged her to stop the vehicle while they were driving, so he could use the restroom. The next thing she recalls is awakening in the backseat of the vehicle with Wheeler-Weaver's hands around her neck as he was sexually assaulting her.
Here, man. A lot of those women, man, the 2 previous women, man, they had mental issues, man. Like I often tell people, man, these girls, man, they need their fathers in their life, man. Where the men's are. They need men's in their life, And Buddy, man, this Wheeler guy, man. Buddy is just a maniac, bro. Buddy out here the reason is that he's getting away with it. And he believes that he can continue. And that's why you have a lot of people in prison right now. They do things. And the only reason why they're in there is because they got caught. But if they never got caught, they would still be out here loose, rampant, like the enemy, the devil, And it's sad that, that these young ladies, man, their life was cut short by this gentleman. I'm not even going to call him a gentleman, man. By this monster,
He continued to strangle her until she was unconscious, and then he sexually assaulted her again. This happened a few times. She awoke with duct tape covering her lips and handcuffs on her wrist. Taylor was able to remove one of her hands from the handcuffs due to her being double jointed, and she did it without Wheeler-Weaver noticing. The duct tape across her lips started to come undone, perhaps as a result of Taylor's perspiration and due to her crying. This allowed her to be able to speak. She was able to persuade Wheeler-Weaver to accompany her back to her hotel room so she could get her phone. She reminded him that her phone contained all of the text messages that the two had, and she also told him that she could convince the person that was in the hotel room with her to give him some money. Because he wanted the phone and the money, he agreed to let her go back to the hotel room. They got out of the car in the motel parking lot and he followed behind her. He believed that she was still handcuffed. She got ahead of him and went into the room and shut the door behind her. She opened the blinds and showed him her free hand and he ran off. Her friend quickly notified the police about what had unfolded.
What injuries do you have?
Look at my face and the duct tape.
For the what?
And the duct tape, my face.
When did he duct tape you?
Huh?
In the car?
In the car.
So you let him duct tape you, or what happened? I just need to know.
He put the handcuffs on me first. He choked me out and after he choked me on him.
What was all happened in the car?
Yeah.
Where were you parked at this time? The gas station over there?
No, it was by the gas station. No.
By the gas station? It was in his car.
It was in his car.
So he took the duct tape with him?
Had to, yeah.
And he just ran away?
Unfortunately, she wasn't believed by the cops, and Wheeler-Weaver would go on to kill again. Wheeler-Weaver's last victim was Sarah Butler. He met the beautiful 20-year-old through the website tagged. This is a free, easy-to-use social network app that allows users to meet and talk to new people online. She was a New Jersey City College student in her second year of school. She loved to dance and was the team captain of her high school dance team. She was also a lifeguard at the YMCA in her community. She was usually a cheerful, energetic person, but she was going through a difficult time. She had been eager to move on campus after spending her freshman year commuting to school. It wasn't working out, however. She was having trouble making friends and had problems with her roommates. When Butler was home for the Thanksgiving holidays, she turned to the social media app Tagged. She may have logged on to the app out of loneliness. On November 19th,
she got lonely. She ain't had no friends. She was already having trouble, you know what I'm saying, finding friends. You know, she got lonely. She turned to the app. And y'all ladies, be careful out there with these apps, man. Be careful out there, man. You know, that's the thing, man. We live in a digital world, and you don't know what's on the other side of the screen, you know, and you got this maniac out here, man, that taking these young ladies' lives, man, cutting their lives short, you know. It's crazy, man.
She made contact with Wheeler-Weaver, who goes by the online alias lled. The two exchanged several messages. They appeared to be connecting well. When he offered her $500 in exchange for meeting and having sex with her, she was taken aback and curious. Later, her family and friends noted that this was very out of character for her. One text to Wheeler-Weaver seemed to demonstrate her hesitancy. "You're not a serial killer, right?" Butler messaged. She drove the family vehicle to meet Wheeler-Weaver on November 22nd.
Red flags already, man. Buddy already offering her money for sex. You know, so if she's, what I'm getting from this, man, if she's going over there, man, she was really about that, you know? You know, because I'm right here, you know, calling this Wheeler guy, you know what I'm saying, a monster. Yes, you know, that's exactly what he is. But at the same time, man, this woman here, man, that's a red flag, man. How dumb can you be, man? I'm just keeping it 100.
Family didn't see her again after that. Her body was found in a county park 9 days later. She was strangled to death. Wheeler-Weaver likely believed it marked the conclusion of yet another enjoyable sexual assault and murder. However, for all of those who knew and loved Butler, Wheeler-Weaver's takedown had just begun. When Butler went missing, her community leapt into action. They responded as if every family had a missing child in the wake of her disappearance. One of her friends was in charge of informing the media of her disappearance. Her church prayed for her safe return. During the search for Butler, the family minivan that she was driving was discovered by one of her friends. Butler's sister and friends also started doing some internet research. They gained access to Butler's computer. They quickly followed the trail of communications left by Butler and lled, which was Wheeler-Weaver's online alias. They collaborated to develop a phony profile that looked like Sarah's. One that would entice him so they could capture him. He took the bait. 10 days later, Wheeler-Weaver was apprehended by police when he showed up at a prearranged place, expecting to have another sexual encounter and maybe commit another murder.
Some new information tonight now in the death of a college student from Montclair. Police say they have arrested a suspect in the murder of Sarah Butler. The 20-year-old disappeared days before Thanksgiving. Her body found a week later in a park. CBS 2's Reagan Medji spoke to Butler's father.
Standing outside his home, lined with candles, flowers, and a teddy bear, Victor Butler reacts to news about police announcing the arrest of his daughter's alleged killer.
It's sad times for him.
In a press conference this afternoon, police believe 20-year-old Khaleel Wheeler-Weaver of East Orange strangled Sarah Butler, then placed her body under a pile of leaves in the West Orange section of Eagle Rock Reservation.
It does appear at this juncture that Miss Butler, a student at New Jersey City University, was acquainted with the defendant and that they encountered each other in Orange, New Jersey on November 22nd.
Prosecutors say the two met up several times throughout the night, but there is no evidence that they were in a romantic relationship. Sarah's father hadn't seen a picture of his daughter's alleged killer, but asked we show him.
Let me see it.
Does he look familiar?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. That's what I really want, you know, just to find out what happened. And what could she have done to him to make him kill her? You know, those are the questions that I have for him.
Sarah went missing November 22nd. Prosecutors say her body was found nearly a week later.
Right now, I'm not focusing on him. We are focusing on getting her buried right now. So that's our main stay right now, getting her buried nicely.
You know what I'm saying? you know, this father, he's under a lot, you know what I'm saying? And he just want to go ahead and give his daughter a proper burial, you know, and he still can't fathom what is it that she could have done, you know, to cause Buddy to want to kill her, you know what I'm saying? For, you know, our scripture tells us, you know what I'm saying, thou shalt not kill, you know, and I don't understand what is it that, you know, they see in this loser, man, you know. But this the life we live in, man. We live in a dark world, guys, man. Y'all ladies, y'all stay up, man. Because, hey, it's real out here in this digital world, in social media world, man. Be careful, man. Watch your surroundings, ladies.
Stuff like that.
Butler's alleged killer is in the Essex County Correctional Facility. Bail set at $1 million. In Montclair, New Jersey, Reagan Medji, CBS 2 News.
Butler was a media arts major at New Jersey City University in Jersey City.
Wheeler-Weaver made no effort to get rid of a ton of damning evidence, as if he felt like he would never be caught. The investigation revealed he made Google searches on subjects like date rape drugs and how to produce homemade poisons to kill humans. His phone records revealed that he spoke to Brown just before she vanished, and location monitoring technology placed him at the same home as where West's charred remains were discovered. 2 smartphones were found on the nightstand next to his bed during a search of his house, and a third was stashed beneath his mattress. His greatest error was believing that just because some individuals may be lonely, battle mental illness, live on the streets, or engage in sex work, it doesn't mean that they don't have people who love and are concerned about them.
See, that's what happened, man.
Wheeler
preyed on the weak. He's found the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Either mental illness, you know, hey, y'all ladies, man, if that's how y'all get it, if that's what you call get it how you live, man, doing, you know, sex work, hey, if that's how y'all pay y'all bills, I don't condone it. You know, I don't subscribe to it, man, but hey, if that's what y'all do out here, man, y'all be careful, man, because you got guys like this, man, buddy, people out here, they just as crazy as this guy, man, you know?
Weaver was found guilty of multiple offenses in addition to 3 charges of first-degree murder in 2019.
2-547. As to count 1, charging the defendant with the murder of Robin West, what is your verdict?
Guilty.
As to count 2, charging the defendant with desecrating human remains of Robin West, what is your verdict?
Guilty.
As to count 3, charging the defendant with aggravated arson, what is your verdict?
Guilty.
You deserve all that.
As to count 6, charging the defendant with kidnapping of, what is your verdict?
Guilty.
As to count 7, charging the defendant with attempted murder of, what is your verdict?
Guilty.
A 23-year-old serial killer was convicted in Essex County, New Jersey. He murdered at least 3 women and nearly killed another woman. The jury convicted 23-year-old Khaleel Wheeler-Weaver of Orange on all 11 charges, including murder, attempted murder, and kidnapping. He killed 33-year-old Joanne Brown, 19-year-old Robin West, and 20-year-old Sarah Butler after connecting them using a social app.
Wheeler-Weaver mistakenly believed that they were anonymous people on the margins whose disappearance and ultimately their death would not matter. This team assembled here today proved otherwise.
Wheeler never admitted to killing the women. He's expected to be sentenced in January.
He received his 166-year sentence on Wednesday, October 7, 2021. The most notable witness was Tiffany Taylor, the only surviving victim.
I would like to say that I do feel empathy for the victims, and my heart goes out to their families and friends. However, I was not, and I repeat, I was not the person who committed these crimes. That being said, I have clear and convincing evidence that I was set up, I was lied on, and I was framed by the Essex County Prosecutor's Office.
She was attacked. She was killed after I was attacked and got away. And I just feel like if Elizabeth police would have believed me, took me more serious, she might still be here. I also want to say, as far as him saying that he still didn't do it, makes me feel like he has no type of remorse about it at all.
Buddy have no remorse, man. Just the look on Buddy's face, as you guys can see, man. You know, when they was giving him his sentence, you know what I'm saying, his sentencing, when they was, you know, handing it to him, you know, Buddy ain't had no remarks. He ain't had no he was like, no, he was dull. He was numb, you know? And Buddy just young and dumb at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And he's at where he needs to be, man. And ladies, be careful, man, with these guys, man. Out here.
Like, he hasn't even shed a tear about anything. So he's not sorry at all about what he did. And I'm over 100% sure it was him. He told me who he was.
It's 160 years, 145 years of parole ineligibility. The purpose of the sentence, again, is that this defendant never walk among society again.
What Khaleel Wheeler-Weaver did was unimaginable. He didn't have the right to take these women from their loved ones. They didn't deserve what happened to them, no matter what they were struggling with in their lives. He preyed upon them when they were vulnerable. My condolences to the family.
Guys, this concludes the end of the video, guys. If you made it to this point of this video and it's your first time stopping by, allow me to introduce myself. It's your boy Les from the St. Jean family, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys for stopping by and rocking with your boy, man, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if this is your first time stopping by, and if you haven't already, consider subscribe to the channel, man. Give this video a like. You'll be helping me out. At the same time, you'll be doing me a favor. And if you haven't already, hit the notification for your boy, man. And if you got me, peace, love, and God bless. Love you guys, and Jesus love you best. Peace.